The story opens with a couple parked in their car staring at a group of schoolgirls. As soon as the final bell rings, they spot one walking home alone. They slowly follow her, strike up small talk, and sweet talk her into getting inside. Within minutes, they've kidnapped the young girl, taken her back to their house, and tied her up. The next morning, bloodstains appear in one of the rooms. Clear sign she's been assaulted. The couple are John and Ogie. John is drowning in debt and has zero tolerance for any kind of mess in his home. Ogie has kids of her own, but she doesn't live with them because they aren't Jays. The following morning, John murders the girl in cold blood and buries her body deep in the woods. The focus then shifts to Mary, a high schooler who loves hanging out with her boyfriend, Jackson. The two have their own code, messages hidden in the first letters of each word they say. Mary is hooked on parties and drugs. Her parents are divorced, and she now lives with her mother, a bold, free-spirited woman who walked out on her marriage. Mary has never forgiven her for it. One day, Mary asks to go to a friend's party, but her mom flat out refuses. Furious, Mary locks herself in a room, then climbs out the window and heads there anyway. While walking alone on a quiet road, a car pulls up. It's John and Oy. They tempt her with top-shelf drugs that will make her feel incredible. She hesitates, then changes her mind and gets in. At the house, John goes inside to grab weed while Oy and Mary wait outside. Oy slowly gains Mary's trust and convinces her to come in for a drink. While Mary sips, they slip a sedative into her glass. Moments later, she starts feeling strange. They grab her, drag her into a bedroom, and chain her to the bed. She screams at the top of her lungs, but no one can hear her. The next morning, Mary's mom checks her room. It's empty. Panic sets in. She calls every one of Mary's friends, but no one knows a thing. Back at the house, John barges into Mary's room and sees she's wet the bed from fear. He also notices their dog has left a mess on the floor. Hating filth, John snaps at Ogie to clean everything. She doesn't argue. Oy's relationship with John is twisted. Part fear, part loyalty. She's terrified of him, but also deeply devoted, which is why she helps him commit crimes without question. While John is out, Ogie gives Mary some water and lets her bathe. In the bathroom, Mary notices the window is open. Around the same time, a man confronts John outside, demanding repayment. John promises to settle the debt the next day. Tomorrow, right? Right. Later, Ogie forces Mary to write a note. I'm leaving town and never coming back. But Mary notices an old letter with an address on the table, and cleverly hides that address and code inside her note, hoping her parents or boyfriend will find it and decode her location. Ogie reads the note, finds nothing suspicious, and keeps it. When she takes Mary back to bed, Mary says she needs the bathroom. Ogie agrees, but John suddenly shows up and insists he'll handle it. Inside, he locks the door. Outside, Ogie stews in jealousy, imagining what's happening between them. Enraged, she pounds on the door. When John opens it, Ogie throws herself at him, kissing him wildly. They get carried away. In the chaos, Mary makes a break for it. She climbs toward the window, but the dog spots her and barks like crazy. John shoves Ogie aside and rushes in, but Mary's gone. He runs outside, but she's nowhere in sight. In reality, she's hiding behind the tub. When the moment's right, she slips out, heads to the kitchen, grabs a knife, and heads for the door. But John catches her and ties her back to the bed. Her screams draw neighbors' attention, but Ogie cusses him out until he leaves. John chews Ogie out for this and warns her never to screw up again. That afternoon, Ogie quietly drops Mary's letter into her mother's mailbox. Mary's parents go to the police to report her missing. At the station, they notice posters of other missing girls. Mary's mom starts to suspect her daughter's been kidnapped, too. But the police brush her off and tell her to wait. When they get home, they find Mary's letter. Her mom can't believe she would run away, and her dad blames the whole situation on her mother. Meanwhile, with Ogie out, John sneaks into Mary's room completely naked. He ties her legs and tries to assault her. Terrified, Mary loses control and soils the bed. Disgusted, John's mood flips. He strips the dirty sheet, throws it in the wash, and replaces it with a clean one. When Augie returns, she sees John running away naked. Suspicion floods her mind. She storms into Mary's room, where Mary blurts out that John tried to assault her. Augie then walks into John's room and sees him sleeping. A sharp pang hits her heart. Is there something wrong with her? Is that why John is drawn to other women whenever she's not around? Desperate for answers, she goes back to Mary. Mary tells her bluntly that John is just using her. He doesn't love Augie's kids, and he doesn't love her either. Hearing this, Augie decides she's going to confront John Heaton. When John comes out of the room, Augie asks him the same question. What's so wrong with me? John smooth talks her. He insists that he loves only her and claims that woman was just trying to stir up trouble between them. He explains he only went into the woman's room to change some dirty sheets and tells Augie she can check the washing machine if she doesn't believe him. Augie checks and sure enough, the dirty sheets are in there. Convinced, she apologizes to him. After that, John tells her he's going to get rid of that woman in the morning. Then he asks if the two of them can have a little fun with her tonight. Augie agrees. Together, they go to Mary's room and subject her to physical and emotional torment. The next day, John heads into the woods and digs a grave for Mary. By the time he comes back, Mary's condition has gotten so bad she can barely stand. Meanwhile, Mary's parents, holding a strange letter, track down Mary's boyfriend. He decodes it and discovers an address. They all head to the police station, but the cops refuse to help. Left with no other choice, they set out on their own to find Mary. Back at the house, John sees their dog has made a mess again. Enraged, he brutally kills the innocent animal. The dog was like family to Augie. She'd raised it like her own child. Seeing its lifeless body, she breaks down in tears. She hates John's violent streak, but he puts on an apologetic act and promises to bring her kids there, too, so they can all live together. Later, Augie forces Mary to write another letter, then makes her swallow pills to end her life. Just then, a man shows up outside John's house to collect money he's owed. When John opens the door, a woman's voice suddenly rings out from outside, screaming Mary's name. Hearing her mother's voice, Mary realizes her mom has come all this way to find her. But Augie has her mouth covered and she can't call out. John pays the man and goes back inside to strangle Mary. In that moment, the mother inside Augie wakes up. She thinks, if I can't see my own kids, why should I let another mother lose hers? With that, she attacks John with a knife. Mary seizes the chance to leap out the window and run. Her mother spots her, rushes to her, and holds her tight. The film ends there. And here's the shocking part. This was based on a true story. People like this really exist in the world. But remember, their endings are always ugly. That's why you should keep 50 steps away from bad deeds and 100 steps away from those who commit them. Hit that like button, drop your thoughts in the comments, and share this video with someone who needs to see it. Oh, and if this is your first time hanging out with me, don't forget to subscribe and tap that notification bell so you never miss a new upload. Catch you in the next one.